We have traveled all over Kenya to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the help they need to improve their farms,
Get better yields.
and build profitable businesses.
We will see how farmers from across the region can benefit from our experts' advice.
While also learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences as they shape up their shambas.
Karibu to the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Well, Caro, today we are going back to college.
Oh, to study farming?
Oh no, to study art. Look.
Ooh, very impressive, Johnny.
Yes, on this Shamba, our farmer has 2 children studying and doing very, very well.
Oh, studying art.
Or maybe it's the art of farming, as we shall find out.
Very, very interesting, Mr. Professor. I can't wait to find out more.
Well then, walk this way.
This week, we are in Embu County, visiting Cecily, Njeru, and their son, Dennis.
Jeru works away from the farm most days, so it is Cecily who manages the farm on day-to-day basis.
Their eldest son, Dennis, is at college, but when he's not studying or helping his parents out on the farm, he's a keen graffiti artist. And quite a good one, too. I can see why Tony was so impressed.
Very artistic. Well, let's go and meet our farmers.
I'm very fine, Caro.
Show us your shamba.
Oh, come.
Right. They have bananas,
Purpose.
coffee, and there is livestock too.
3 tomatoes.
Dennis.
Hey Tony, welcome to my graffiti base. This is where I do my art and paint work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this what you're doing in school?
I'm taking Bachelor of Commerce.
Do you know you can incorporate commerce with farming?
Farming
Because
and
it
all
involves
that.
money.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
good.
We are very proud of you, huh?
I don't know, maybe in the normal day-to-day running of the shamba.
Yes.
Maybe you encounter hurdles here and there.
I want to be taught how I can prevent bacteria to infect my cows. I've got 300 coffee stems, but I produce only 2,000 kg. I think I can do better.
And we'll do that. And are you going to be with us?
I'm going to work, so...
Oh, you're
I'll
going
leave
to
you-
work today?
Yeah, so I'll leave you with my wife.
Thank you, Mr. Njeru. And we in Shamba Shape Up have got a farmer's record book for you here.
Yes.
You're going to fill in the records because, farming as a business is
Yes.
very, very important. Yeah? And you're studying commerce.
Yeah.
You can apply to that.
I can apply to that.
So, see you later.
Okay, we'll see you later.
All
All right. It's time we pitch the tent and get ready for work.
Hey, Tony, are you ready for a hard day's work?
I am, Caro. We have an expert to help us avoid buying fake seed.
And an expert on dairy hygiene. But first, I'm going to check on the coffee plants.
And I'm going to see about planting potatoes.
Later.
See you later. On the way to my first expert of the day, there was some good news. The soil test results have arrived. Getting the right balance of nutrients in the soil can make the difference between getting a poor harvest and a very good harvest. And we've discovered the soil is low in calcium. So, it is important to add lime to the soil. Let's find our farmer and give her the news.
Our first expert today is Maurice from Mavuno. Cecily's coffee trees have been showing signs of stress and she's very worried.
Cecily, so I can see you're here with your coffee.
I was just coming to see whether it is ready for picking, but I've seen not yet.
Not yet?
Can
Can you show me around so I can see the other coffee?
come and see.
How long has this coffee been here?
For 30 years,
Oh, so over the years, the biggest production you've gotten from your coffee is how much?
2,000 kg.
And how,
Yes.
are you happy with it?
Not really,
Oh.
not really.
But luckily,
Yes.
that's why we're here for you as Mavuno.
Okay.
But first, you have to go and see Carol. And Carol,
Yes, Maurice, how are you?
very fine.
And I also have the soil test result with me. So if you can come round, let's have a look at this. And we are very lucky that Maurice is here, so he's going to help us analyze it.
So, Cecile, I can see here, as from your cell test results, the pH is low.
Yeah.
It's very low because it's supposed to be around 5.5.
When you talk about pH, what's that?
So when it comes to pH in the soil, it's actually a measure of the condition of the soil in terms of its ability to supply nutrients that are responsible for the growth of the coffee to the coffee itself.
All right.
The phosphorus is also low.
So what does phosphorus do?
So phosphorus is also one of the most important nutrients to the coffee because it helps in terms of root development, so that the crop can grow and mature much more better.
Okay.
The potassium is on a good level, and potassium is very, very important. It helps in terms of the maturity. And another thing in terms of the potassium, it helps in terms of balancing the water so that it's not too much water, neither less. And actually the berries are of good quality. So in short, without potassium, you will not get berries. Calcium is also low.
It's low.
It's very low in your soil. Calcium helps in terms of neutralizing the acidity. So without calcium, it will be acidic in your soil. And when it comes to the coffee itself,
To the berries?
yeah, because it helps this outer covering. It helps in terms of improving the quality so that it can stay longer once you've harvested. And when it comes to drying, it is easier.
Okay.
Yeah. And another thing, boron. I can see boron is very, very low.
What is that?
Boron is also another nutrient. At the end of the day, the most important thing to your coffee is the berries.
Berries.
So boron affects the berries in terms of the quality, in terms of the size.
Size.
And the weight.
How will Mavuno help me to meet all those nutrients?
For Mavuno, we have different range of products based on the crops that you are growing.
There is Mavuno for maize, for tea, for coffee, potatoes, rice, bananas, fruits, vegetables, sugarcane, wheat, and barley.
So for coffee, has all those nutrients that you want. First, it has NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And additional to that, it has secondary nutrients and micronutrients that are very, very important about the coffee and the berry development.
In this case, what would you advise her to do?
We have to use Mavuno so that we can actually help in terms of neutralizing the acidity, first of all. And also at the same time, we're neutralizing acidity, at the same time supplying the nutrients to the particular coffee.
What makes Mavuno fertilizer to be better than others?
So as for this coffee,
Yeah.
we've done research on it. So it's actually fertilizer that's actually released based on the research that we've done. So that's why specifically for that. And the other thing is because we have all the nutrients I told you, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and sulfur as the secondary nutrients, and the other micronutrients, zinc, boron, copper, molybdenum, and manganese, that are very, very important to your berries. That's why Mavuno is actually better when it comes to that.
Wow, now that we are equipped with all this information, I don't know, maybe we should go straight into applying the fertilizer?
Yes,
what do you think?
I'm very ready.
All right, let's do it. When applying fertilizer to coffee trees, it's important that you get the fertilizer as close to the roots as possible. Otherwise, the plant won't fully benefit and you're just wasting money. So, using the farthest edge of the leaf canopy as a guide, dig a trench around the tree. This is also where the roots have extended to. Use 250 grams of fertilizer per tree 6 months before flowering. Spread evenly along the trench. Don't leave the fertilizer uncovered, as sunlight can stop the fertilizer from working. So cover and mix well into the soil. That's it. I'm sure next year, Cecily's coffee trees will once again be at full strength.
Cecily has been planting potatoes, but she has had some problems. So we have invited Timothy, an expert from Amiran, to give us some advice. Timothy, how can you advise our farmer?
First of all, I would like to know where she sourced her seeds from.
My seeds I got from the market. I planted. Then the next season I had to use the same seeds, and finally I got the poorest harvest I had before.
You need to source the seeds from the certified bodies.
Why is it important to use certified seeds instead of the ones we have already harvested?
First of all, the certified seed, they go through different processes. They can be in a position to resist some of the diseases like bacterial wilt. Okay. Another thing with the certified seed is that they have high production. Apart from that, even when it comes to germination, the growth vigor, they are perfect.
Is there a way a farmer can quicken the process of germination?
Yeah.
Cicely, can you tell me how long it took in the storage?
1 month.
1 month.
Then I plant again.
And then after planting, how long did it take?
Then 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Actually, that's a long period of time. You are talking about almost 2 months. In Amiran, we have a solution. We have TVAG. TVAG is a product which will hasten your potatoes to start germination as early as possible. In other words, we say they break seed dormancy. TVAG has low usage rate, used at a rate of 10 mils in 20 liters of water. You spread on your potato seeds, you leave the potato overnight. Then the following day, you can sow your seed. And remember, you can do this without even storing your potatoes. The germination will take place in less than 2 weeks. You're talking of even sometimes 7 days, 7 to 14 days.
Wow. How does that sound?
That is good.
Now our potato seeds have already been sprayed. Now show us the right way to plant potatoes.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Can go
good.
this way.
Come, Cecily. When growing potatoes, choose an open position in full sun on fertile, wind-drained soil. Break up any large clods of earth. Don't plant where potatoes have already grown for 2 or more years in a row, as this will increase the risk of disease. Instead, rotate with a legume or a cereal. Remove all weeds and spread well-rotted organic matter and fertilizer on top of the soil in the planting area. Using a hoe, mix the fertilizer and the soil together. Mark out straight lines where you plan to grow the potatoes and dig trenches either side around 20 centimeters deep. This will trap water close to the roots. Once the trenches are dug, the seed potatoes can be placed on the ridge between the trenches. Using a stick to measure, place the potatoes on the ridge 30 centimeters apart and about 5 centimeters below the surface. Place the seed potatoes with the shoot facing upwards and cover with soil. Great! That's the potatoes planted. But does Cecily have any other problems? Now, Cecily, tell us.
Yes.
When it comes to weeding your potatoes, what problems do you encounter?
Employing people to come and help me to weed.
Labor.
That one has stressed me enough.
We in Amiran, we have solution.
Okay.
Our solution is Linagan. This is the solution. This product is a herbicide, which is pre-emergence herbicide.
Pre-emergence. What do you mean by that?
Pre-emergence means you apply the herbicide before the crop germinates. After sowing your seeds, if you have done it during dry weather, you wait until it rains. So you spread on top. What will happen is that the potatoes will sprout without weeds. So there will be no competition. So your crop will have a good growth vigor. And at the end of it all, you are going to double your produce.
Wow.
Wow.
How often should I use the Linagan?
Once you apply it, that's all. You don't have to apply again.
So in 1 acre, how much of Linagan can a farmer use?
In 1 acre, you're going to use 500 grams. Sachet will be enough.
Wow. Okay, Timothy, show us how to spray Linagan.
Okay, fine.
Spray Linagan when the ground is wet after the first rains. Mix 100 grams of Linagan in 20 liters of water. Spray close to the ground, moving the spray head from side so you get an even coverage and all the planting area is drenched equally. Linagan not only saves time, it saves money, as Cecily no longer has to hire someone to do the weeding. Perfect.
Ah, there you are, Tony. How's it been down in the field?
Great. Lots of work, but it's going on so well. How about you?
I'm okay. So far, so good.
So good.
Aha.
So good.
So we've learned how doing a soil test can help you choose the best fertilizer for your shamba.
And all about growing potatoes.
But on this shamba, Cecily is the real expert.
That's right. And we've asked her to share with us her top tip in farming.
My idea of keeping ducks in my farm is because there are so many farmers who wanted ducklings, but they were not available. The prices are always high than for chicken, and even the eggs. Everybody wants to come and buy some. And another thing, they multiply very fast. So you can have only 2, and by the end of it, you find yourself having even 50 within no time. So I advise other farmers to keep ducklings.
So, Tony, what do you think of that top tip?
Carol, have you ever eaten a chicken's egg?
Yes.
A duck's egg?
Yes.
A cow's egg?
Yes.
Yeah, got you.
Oh, my goodness.
Coming up after the break, how to avoid buying fake seed.
And improving on dairy hygiene.
Welcome back.
To Shamba Shape Up.
We are in Embu and you are visiting Sicily in Jeru.
We've seen how to apply fertilizer to coffee
And how to get the best from your potatoes. But we also want to find out about how to avoid buying fake seed.
and improving dairy hygiene.
So, no time to waste.
See you later.
Sicily is about to plant maize. But last year, she bought seed from a local shop and the harvest was not good. We have asked Kimani from Seedco to give us some advice on how to avoid buying fake seed. Last season you planted maize.
Yes.
Where did you get your seeds from?
I just bought my seeds from a nearest shopping center here. After opening the packet, some looked as if they have molds. Yes.
Is that a common problem, Mr. Kimani?
It is very, very important to buy seeds from agrovets. And that agrovet has to be licensed by KEFIS. A stockist who has been licensed by KEFIS knows the correct conditions for the seed, and that is from transportation to storage. So I highly discourage farmers from buying seed from hawkers around on motorbikes and in different vehicles in marketplaces. That one you cannot be very sure where it's coming from. Therefore, now we are going to visit one of my distributors so that you can be sure that you are buying seed from the right person and seed that is going to give you the expected harvest.
That's a good idea. What do you think?
I'm also happy for that.
Okay, let's go. All right. Okay, off we go to the agrovet. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to say. Thank you for bringing us to this busy agrovet right in the heart of town. Cecily, what do you look for when you enter an agrovet?
I'm in hurry because the rains are on. I just come and buy the seed.
So you grab quickly and run back to the shamba.
And I go back to the shamba.
Okay,
Yes.
Doc,
Yes.
what should farmers look out for when they enter any agrovet before buying anything?
First, they must make sure that agrovet is registered for the distribution of seed, and mostly by checking the certificate. Like in FarmLink, we have water registration certificate from the KEFIS, which actually they should check. Second, they should check whether it has been renewed to show the year.
Yes.
For every year. Like this one is for 2017 for FarmLink Enterprises.
So if they don't see this,
Then it means that agrovet is not registered for the distribution of seed for that year. Yes.
Now, you told us about fake seeds.
Yes. KEFIS recently introduced a sticker which has some hidden number which you scratch.
Wow.
And therefore you know this seed is good.
Is that true, Doc?
Yes, it's true. Can I get Ndoma 43? If you look at the front of this seed, we have got a sticker. When the farmer now buys, he has to scratch at the sticker, then a code is displayed, and then he can put through an SMS platform. Then a message will come back to certify that that seed is actually a registered seed.
This is quite amazing. To check if your seed pack is genuine, scratch off the hidden numbers on the pack and send it as a text message to Calro. Their number is on the side of the pack. Within a few seconds, you will receive a text message back indicating if the seed pack is genuine or fake. So what else should farmers look out for when buying seeds?
On the seed, there's a display of the packing date, which is already there. That will show whether the seed is past the expiry date, which is required. It is properly packed and also properly displayed.
So how about storage?
We advise the farmer that he should never buy seed that has been dropped on the floor because the temperatures vary on the floor. As we say, seed is living. That variance of temperatures kill seed. And therefore you may end up planting seed that will never germinate. So you have to be very, very careful to look out to that.
Daktari, I bought seeds. After opening, the seeds were broken, some and moisture. So what should I do?
If you buy the seed from our place, always you must get a receipt, bring it back to us. With that one, we can take the seed back to the manufacturer so that you can be compensated. And that is it's possible. That's why it's important to buy from a certified agro dealer with a receipt.
So if you bought from a pro box, too bad.
Yes.
Too bad for me.
I think you got them from there. All right, thank you. And the moral of this story, find a good agrovet you can trust. Check they have a certificate from KEFIS and build your relationship with them. Now I'm sure Cecily will never again get caught with a bag of fake seed.
Our final expert today is Stephen from Coopers. Cecily is a keen dairy farmer, but the milk yield is low. Stephen has noticed she needs to improve on dairy hygiene. Could this be the reason she's not doing well?
Now today, Cecily, today we want to talk about dairy hygiene. There are some things that we want to correct. Like for example, there is still a lot of cow dung that need to be removed so that we can do away with all the bacteria that causes mastitis. So we are going to clean it up and we are also going to disinfect.
What would you suggest we use for disinfecting?
We are going to use Kupacide. Kupacide is a disinfectant that is well formulated to kill bacteria and viruses that causes diseases in your cows.
I've never used it. I normally hear it in the radio.
So let's get to work.
Let's go.
Yes.
So, time to clean up the cow shit. First, remove all the cow dung. Use plenty of water to wash away all the dirt from the floor. Once clean, spread sawdust to keep the cows comfortable. To disinfect, measure 20 milliliters of Kupacide into 20 liters of water and spray the entire shed. And don't forget the sleeping area. Germs love to hide in the sawdust. A good job. Well done. Now for stage 2. Avoiding diseases like mastitis at the milking stage.
So Stephen, what can a farmer do to avoid mastitis?
First, you need to clean cow's udder thoroughly with using clean water and make sure that you use a very clean cloth. And for every cow that you are milking, you have to use an individual piece of cloth. You need to use warm water always. Make sure after cleaning, you dry very well the teats and the udder. The other step is you have to use medicated milking salve to soften the teats. Number 2, we can avoid any cracks on the teats. You apply very little amount of milking salve on your hands, or you can apply direct to the teats. It's like this. Then we are very sure that the teats are soft, then you can go ahead to milk them. Most of the times, you find we are just pulling the teats, which is very wrong. The right way of milking the cow is holding the teats like this, then you squeeze. You squeeze. Good. The right way is when you squeeze. So you don't pull like this. You don't do this, but you squeeze. The reason why we don't pull the teats is because we have veins on the teats, whereby if you pull the teats very much, the veins get torn and you cause internal bleeding, you cause the injury to the teat. That is the predisposing factor of mastitis.
And it's coming out so smoothly.
And you see Wageshi is relaxing. I think Wageshi is feeling nice. After milking, the teat opening takes about 15 to 20 minutes before it closes. And that is why if the cow comes out of the milking para, goes and rests somewhere, it's a very good way of bacteria getting into the udder and infecting the udder. So we need to use a teat dip cup, and we are going to use Mastrite. Mastrite, we are going to mix Mastrite with water. We mix it using the teat dip cup so that after milking, you just dip the teat there. You make sure that the teat orifice or the teat opening has closed.
For 1 cow, pour 5 milliliters of Mastrite and 10 milliliters of water into the teat dip container and mix together. Squeeze the container to send the mixture into the teat dip cup. Then you dip the teats there. Immediately you milk, you just dip the 4 teats into the solution of Mastrite and water. When you dip that way, then you release the cow. That's what you do for you to be secure, for you to get maximum profit from Wangeshi. So we have protected the money maker. So Wangeshi here is free of mastitis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nice. It's been a long day.
Yes, indeed. Let me have a look at the records. Wow, this looks good.
Yeah.
The Shamba is not doing too badly.
Quite organized too.
Yes, and with our experts' advice now, I'm sure when we come next time, there will be improvement of the milk production. Let me see, there will be improvement of the potatoes and, of course, the coffee.
I'm hoping to change. So I'm hoping from today, I'm going to be holding the highest yield in the area. I will be carrying now my coffee, not with the motorbike.
All right.
I will be hiring a pickup to carry my coffee to the factory. Wow. Being the best farmer.
Are you happy?
I'm very much happy.
Really?
Really.
And very happy with your Shamba.
Very happy.
Well, Caro, our work here.
Our work here is done, Cicely, and we have to leave. So we'll see you in the next
Shamba.